Once I think once it kind of gets out of control and becomes a spiral, that's when you see a lot of these comorbidities. Children starting to think, I hate school, or I hate myself, or I don't want to go, and partly, people will see that. That's much easier for people to see, parents or educators. It's much harder to see the why. Maybe it's really a subtle language disability or a reading disability that's driving some of these frustrations. And we kind of talked about that earlier, but I wanted to, hit this with the community that it's very common, these types of disorders. It's something up to 15% now of children that have a learning disability, 5 to 15% of the community, and about 10% of children with ADHD. And therefore, if you're talking about Brevard County, that's about 10,000 or more children in our area, with only 5 providers and psychologists or myself as a neuropsychologist. So the demands far outstrip who's here and available. And right now, I'm just running the center by myself, but I do have goals to recruit people and to really become a center that doesn't just do evaluation. I don't believe in just scores, but working with children and their families, and also doing treatment as well.
Right. Christine, I know that you generally deal with all types of insurance, correct? But now also, what about, let's face it, parents that might have special needs children, of course, have to rely for the state for insurance purposes. So what is it that you accept? I think that's important. And do you work with a sliding scale?
Good question. So currently right now, I take Medicare, which would not apply to the pediatrics. I take Health First health plans. That was just approved, and I'm also have privileges there now. And I accept TRICARE and Cigna. And we've applied for Blue Cross Blue Shield, Aetna, and United, and I keep being told that I should be on them by the end of this month. It's been about a 7-month process to change my address here to Melbourne, Florida. But in the process, I'm out of network, which means that I've submitted my information and people can get reimbursed, but it is a little bit more out of pocket with the insurances. And then I do have a sliding scale. We have a large Medicaid population here, and we do apply discounts to people based on their income and their household. Now, for some people, even discounts are not enough, and that's the reality. I do get about more than 200 calls a month, and I'm learning more about this community. And I do have plans to start a not-for-profit as well, where people can donate and help me to provide services and do like a Medicaid clinic for the underserved. And that's truly why I also partly relocated here. I don't know if people know, but Melbourne, Brevard County is the 3rd most underserved population in the United States when it comes to specialists. So besides, myself, we only have 1 child neurologist, and we have, less than 5 child psychiatrists in this area. So it's really going to take a community to work together to, provide excellent services that I expect to provide to families, especially as our population grows and so many people are coming here because of the amazing high tech that we have here. And so we should have, if we can go to the moon and beyond, I really want to make sure that we also can provide resources for the amazing healthcare that everybody here deserves as well.
Amen, sister. Amen. I'm telling you, I feel the same way. I mean, if we can give as much credence to SpaceX and to, which is a private, I know I can't compare it, but if we can put people, on rocket ships and have tests and failing, rocket ships blow up, they come down, they go up. I think we can give a little bit more for each child in Brevard County, because there are over, first of all, 2,500 501c programs in Brevard County. There's more than half of the population in Brevard County of the children get free lunches, which is where my buddy Keith Gee comes in with Hunger Children's Project. Like I just don't understand it. But yet, there are beautiful, affluent communities here, Suntree, Vieira, in Melbourne, down on the beach side. But there really needs to be more focus on what our children are not getting, because there are half the children in Brevard County that are not eating on the weekends when they go home. There are children that are not being diagnosed with any kind of disorder, and they're in school and they're tormented and they're sad and lonely because they don't know how to read or know how to write or answer equation. This is what needs to be really important to me. I'm sorry. I hope I don't get a lot of...
I think it's important to the community, and, it's important to the economy. For those that, I go to a lot of business and community events, and, solving these are complex issues, but I think that long term, it makes our entire community better. It makes these children better. It makes our families better.
Everybody.
But ultimately, it makes Brevard County a healthy place to live and also a thriving place. So I'm very committed to this. This is partly why I relocated back to Brevard County. And, I came from Massachusetts just most recently. I worked for, an amazing institution, Harvard. And, we had hundreds of psychologists, 50 child psychiatrists just for one hospital. And my dream is, one day to look back and see that this is the starting point for, mental health, but also neurobehavioral health here in Brevard County, and I hope to really be a leader in that here, and keep educating people about, again, what these conditions are, what is needed, and provide the services as much as I can here.
Well, education is the key. You've hit it. You hit the nail on your head. And education is the key for me as well. When I am teaching, I hate that word teaching. When I am educating, I like to make sure my parents are all informed of the resources that they have. So yes, you and I need to get together again, my dear friend. And because I have some new things happening in my life that I'd like to share with you. And I want to be a part of whatever it is, part of Space Coast Neuropsychology Center. And I think that you're just a wonderful human being, Christine. I so enjoyed meeting you the other day, and I'm very grateful for everything you do for the community. Again, everyone, you can get all of her information on my blog, on my website, www.elenoseliteradioshow.com, or go to my fan page. You'll get her information there, or go directly to Christine's website, which is, tell me again.
www.spacecoastneuropsychology.com. And I look forward to speaking with one of you.
Thank you so much, Christine. Again, I'm going to call you as soon as we disconnect for our interview, because I would like to ask you a few questions and share some information with you. So anyway, thank you again. I really appreciate your interview. And please, everyone, give her a quick call. And if you have a child that's suffering in any manner, in or out of school, give her a call. She can help you maintain some kind of normalcy for your life. I mean, that's really basically what it's brought down to. All right, Christine, thank you again. And you take care, darling.
Thank you. Take care.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thanks, everybody, for listening.
Bye-bye, dear.